So, long awaited return to YouTube, but now I thought was the best time than ever. So, as you're fully aware, we got a ton of league SBCs now. I believe we're up to 7. So, for the minor leagues, we've got Eredivisie, MLS, MX, and Saudi League. The first two portions of these SBCs you can pretty much complete with bronze pack method. You'll notice that you'll need a 67 for the Liga MX, and you'll need a 65 for the MLS. Basically, you can just get loads of 61s, 62s and put them in there, and then buy a few 72, 73, 74s. So the way that you're going to do this is you're going to go to the store and you're going to start opening bronze packs. First of all, you need to open a minimum 200 of those for yourself to really get a good club stock for you to move forwards. If you don't have a next gen console, I would say don't do this on PS4 and Xbox One. The menu's just too slow. It won't be as quick. So if you see here, I can quickly press X to skip through the animation. It takes me about 10 to 15 seconds maybe to open a pack, to assign all of the items, and straight away there you can see that I've got a Saudi League player and I've also got a Super League player for when the SBC comes. So what you're going to want to do is, if you're on next gen, I would advise you to, it takes about 20 seconds to open a pack, so you can get about 3 packs open a minute. You sit there for an hour. You can open 300 packs if you want to. I would say the minimum for you to start with is 200. So basically what you need to do is next gen, do it on console. If you don't have a next gen console, do it on the web app and assign the players there. I think the PS4 menus and the Xbox menus are far too slow for you to do this efficiently. So what you're going to want to do is, once you've stocked up all of your club, you're going to want to then go into each individual league SBC. What I would do is, after doing this period of the period of opening bronze packs, I would then go and start with the leagues which are likely to give you the most bronze packs. So let's say, for example, you've opened 200 bronze packs. I believe that's in the region of like 150k. Bear in mind, you will get a minimum of 150 coins discards. So your bronze packs are coming in at 600. That's 120k. What you'll want to do there is you want to start working through these leagues. You want to start with the leagues which have the most amount of bronzes in your clubs to help you do the SBC. I don't have many because I've run through this 6 times now, so I need to do this again. So in this instance, what I would do here is I would start with the leagues which give you the most bronzes, because you can efficiently get them out of your club that way and start doing that. So when you're doing it, the way that you work through these league SBCs is in line with each other. So you do Eredivisie, MLS, MX, Saudi. I would prioritize those 4 with your bronze players, because what you're going to do is you're going to do those SBCs, you're going to open the packs, and then the packs that you open will give you players that you've packed to allow you to complete the big league SBCs. There's only one I wouldn't really touch at the moment, and that's Ligue, but that's only because of the Olympic Lyon and Marseille marquee matchups that's live at the moment, that has moved up the prices of golds in that league. Once that's gone, you could pretty much go back to it. So what you're going to want to do is bronze upgrades with all of the dead leagues. So the way that you can work out what a dead league is a league that has never had a league SBC in this game. A quick disclaimer: the Liga NOS is now ranked in world football a higher league than Ligue 1, so I expect that SBC to come. So generally what I would do is I would like you to start with the following. So these are the leagues that you have to keep: Premier League, EFL Champ, Ligue 1, Serie A, Bundesliga, Pro League. Where else is it? CSL you can do with bronze packs easily. Eredivisie, of course, that's a live SBC. Where else is it? Lib obviously you keep because that's going to come soon. Mexico you keep because that SBC's live. Liga Portugal. This wasn't here last year, I believe, but I would expect it to come this year. So I think you should keep that one. So yeah, MLS, Pro League. What I'll do is I'll drop a link in the description of all the leagues that was in last year, so you can just relate back to that when you're doing your bronze upgrades. So as you see here, you got Super League, Sud, that's a league SBC. So what I would do straight away is when you're doing this, is work through the dead leagues easily, because you can get rid of them all at once. But a disclaimer for you is when you're doing it, don't put any rares from these nations in if they're tradable. If they're untradeable, put them in. That should be fine. But if they're tradable, don't. Because as we saw this week, we've got an SBC that was live and it pushed all of these to 1k. So keep them in your club. When the SBCs come around, you'll be able to sell them for 1k each. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to the next part of how you do this SBC. Once you've opened your 200 bronze packs, you should realistically have a minimum of 600 to say 700 new players in your club. What this is going to allow you to do is to just run through every single league that's live. The more leagues that get added, I think with the way that they've put SBCs this year, I'm going to say that it's the best ever style of SBCs that they've ever released. Removing the requirements of the teams and just sticking to generic players makes this so easy to grind and so cheap. So what you're going to want to do is once you've got a minimum of 6 players in your club that fit a certain portion of the SBC, so what I would do is I would start going around and I would start picking up the packs from the ones which have the hardest requirements. So bronze or silvers, once you've packed 6 bronze players from bronze pack method or silver players from your upgrades from dead leagues, I would do that. And then what you're going to want to do is you're just going to work through all the leagues that do that for you. Bronze or silver, 7. So Bundesliga and Premier League are really good for that, because that in Liga that was the bottleneck. The fact that you needed 11 was what brought it up an extra 12k, because they were all averaging 2,200. So as you can see, I've got 0 of 4 completed because I'm on about my 15th run through of all of these. So when you want to go to these, you're going to obviously want to complete it in order. I'm going to now show you a little tool that one of the guys, Praetorian, he is on Twitter, who's put this really neat tool together that shows you how good these SBCs are and the fact that you're pretty much unlikely to lose coins. So yeah, he's put this really cool, neat feature together that he does every year, and I'm going to drop his name, his link to his socials in the description to help you guys out. So essentially what this does here is you can see that there's a tab which tells you the value that you get back, so it allows you to effectively work through the SBCs which are going to give you the best value back. So as you can see here, Eredivisie currently gives you 85% return. What that means is in assets, in cards, in consumables, if you was to buy this completely without a single player in your club, you would most likely get 85% of that back in value. So that tells you right away that you're not really going to lose long term. And then down to MLS, you've got 86. What you'll notice is any league that has a return on investment in cards, coins, or consumables that's above 80 is essentially a cracked SBC. It just means that realistically in the long term, you're not going to lose coins. So Bundesliga, you've got 65% there, but with Bundesliga being so easy to get players through bronze packs and silver packs, even though our face value at 65, I would bring that up to about 75 based on what I've had. Obviously, my pack luck is anecdotal to you. The Premier League is just for the packs that you get back here. It says 62. Like, I'm going to go on record and say during good promos, that's going to be even higher. Right now, the Adidas promo probably isn't the best promo for you to get high valued cards back, because there's only 3 in that squad, I believe. But when new promos come out, this'll be much better. MX is 63%, and Saudi League, where is it? Apologies. There you go, 89%. So that's all the good ones. And then when you're looking at Ligon, it's 48%. I would generally avoid that in the short term. So essentially what you're going to want to do here is, now you've got an understanding of how to do this SBC, what you want to do is create a list of clubs that will help you in regards to completing these SBCs. Personally, what I've been doing in the last 24 hours is really just hammering the Saudi League. The amount of players that you can get for that through Bronze Pack method is insane. And then the part of you that requires 11 from one club. So this part of the SBC here, 11 from one club. What I would suggest you do for that team is, the way you're going to want to do this for each individual SBC is, if you've got a minimum of 5 players from one club in your club from bronze packs, bronze upgrades or silver upgrades, do it that way. If you don't have a single player, if you don't have more than say 2-3 players, I would say buy from scratch. The way I've done this with Saudi League is, Al Nassr have 1, 2, 3, 4 golds, and then a fair amount of bronzes that I've packed, and then the silvers aren't that expensive at all. So Saudi League, you want to do Al Nassr, and then what you're going to want to do is, so you've got that done for the Saudi League, and then what you're going to want to do is for the Bundesliga, for this team here, I would say you're probably best off not using any of these and using your own. Personally, the team that I found to be the best for the Bundesliga is Hertha Berlin. So I've been using this team. The silvers are basically the same price of a gold. So that's the team you'd want to use for the Bundesliga, 11 from one club. They have tons of golds in each of those positions. So that probably works out the best. And then for MLS, 11 from one club. The team that I've been using, I believe, is Chicago Fire. Yeah, I've been using Chicago Fire because they have a serious amount of bronzes that you will pack from Bronze Pack method. They have a gold card, and then the silvers aren't that expensive. So use any team that is predominantly bronze that can get you that SBC done. So those are my recommendations for the 11 from one club for Bundesliga, Saudi League and MLS. Obviously, go through Footbin, have a look, but the way it works is if you have 5 from one club, generally I wouldn't waste your time trying to pack the rest, just buy them, because the 5 loyalty that you've got from having them in your club from the pack will help you out greatly. So now that we've done that, we're just going to move back onto the console, and I'll explain things. So the way I would run through this is, I would say if you have the time, set the time aside minimum 1 hour a day to just open bronze packs, because that will just keep your club supplied and replenished and allow you to just go through these SBCs constantly. So what you've got to bear into the fact is that French managers go for 4K, Dutch managers sell, Brazil managers sell. There's things that you need to keep an eye out for as well. The forest green kit, I believe that sells as well. On average, you're going to get about 3 players, probably 4 from a bronze pack. That will give you a minimum 450 in cards back, and then obviously they're going to be from all other league SBCs. So when you're working through this, the way I would do this, I think the best value for money at the moment is the Saudi League, because you can pack so many from bronze packs, and you can get a small rare gold players pack. That's a mini 50k, which I really like. Like you saw on Twitter last night, I got Busquets, David Silva, Ruben Diaz, and Hugo Lloris from this SBC. That has now allowed me to go in and complete David Beckham. David Beckham, if I was to buy him from scratch and buy every single SBC card, this would cost me 280, but with the League SBC method, that only cost me 170 to 180. So what you're going to want to do, just to reiterate, is bronze pack method is important for the smaller leagues. However, if you have a coin balance and you're prepared to risk it and you're happy to buy players, I would say if you're prepared to risk it, then buy players if you have a minimum of 30% in your club already, and then you have to buy the rest. I think buying from zero is pretty much, it's a bit risky. I wouldn't advise it just before Black Friday. So the way I see it is with Bundesliga, it's so great because it's 77, whereas the Prem is 79, but obviously you get a bigger pack back. You get 70 rated, 65. You only need 7 rares. And then when you look at the Premier League, this is really great as well, because what you've got to bear in mind is most of these gold non-rares are currently more expensive than rares, so that's why you look on Footbin Solutions and they'll be more expensive, but you can just bid on them. Cards that go for 900 to 1,000, very easy to get on bid for 700. So the likes of Calvert-Lewin, Rafinha, Lucas Moura, Reece James, Ben Chilwell, those guys that are high rated, that will bring your rating up, and then you can just use the rest from your club. So what you want to do is max one club. So with this, the bronze plaque players you're probably going to get are going to be West Ham, Southampton, Brighton, and a few other clubs. But generally, a bronze pack method will absolutely kill it. If you think of the fact that what you're doing now is just opening packs and keeping the rest for later, this essentially ensures that you're going to have unlimited amount of packs in down the line in the future. So what you're going to have is you're going to have your CSLs, your SUD, your LIB, your Super League. You're going to have the Championship. We've got so many more leagues to come, and by doing this, you're effectively stocking up your club to the point where you're just going to have the accessibility to do these SBCs in the future. When Team of the Year comes around, I think obviously this is just going to be super viable, and you're going to have loads of player packs that you can do, and it's going to work out great. So the way I would summarize this is that open bronze packs on next gen, on console, you can get a minimum of 4 opened a minute. That brings into like a shit ton of packs that you can open, and that really helps you. MLS, you can easily complete that with bronze pack method. MX and Saudi easily complete the first portion with bronze packs. But what you've got to bear in mind is you're going to pack so many dead league players that you put them in upgrades, and then you're going to pack players from MX, Saudi, Premier League. You're going to get all of these in your silver upgrades, 100%, your bronze upgrades, apologies. And it's just going to allow you to complete the SBCs, and it's going to be so much easier for you to do it that way. At the moment, the only time I would say you do the Ligue 1 SBC is if the players that you've got from your upgrade packs, so silver players, anytime you pack Ligue 1 in bronze packs, I would sell those, because they go for like 1.8, 2,000, and what you got to think is that each one of those that you pack and you sell on gives you the coins for another 2 bronze packs, which help you to do the others. So that kind of way of thinking allows you to constantly be ahead of the game, and then it allows you to just think, okay, well, I'm going to be able to do these SBCs in the future. It's going to help me greatly. Just sell Ligue 1 and you're good, and that way it's going to move forwards, and you're going to be in a much better position. Just to summarise though, use everything that I've given you as examples, like Hertha Berlin and Al Nassr. Don't use those as the only 2 teams. There's an abundance of teams you can use. So let's just run through it for Saudi, for example. You've got 1, 2, 3. You've got another 10 there, so you've got 13. And then you've got these silvers here. For the Saudi League, you've got all of these bronzes. You've got Al Fayr. You've got all of those bronzes. Basically, what you'll want to do is just to whatever you've got in your club with more than 3 players or 4 players, just buy the rest. Everything I've given you is examples. So, like I said with Hertha Berlin, you don't have to use that team. There's also, I believe, Leverkusen is pretty good as well. You can use Leverkusen, that'll help you out. The silvers don't really sell for much. They've also got one bronze. You've got a few silvers. Basically, everything I've given you is just a bit of direction and just a bit of advice. But I think, essentially, summary: bronze packs, dead bronze players into bronze upgrades to get the silver players, dead silver players into the silver upgrade, which will give you the golds. The golds will allow you to complete the 71 rated sections. I think doing that in the Premier League, doing the gold upgrades, the free player packs for the Premier League, that alone gave me about 45-50% of my players in my club. Obviously, I had loyalty on that, so the chemistry was even easier. I would say, if you follow every single step that I've given you in this video, there is exactly zero reason why you can't have unlimited packs, why you can't complete any SBC that you want. I know a lot of people say, oh, this SBC is bad value, this SBC is not great. But what you got to think is this is your experience. No one else has any control over the way in which you play the game and the way in which you enjoy it. This right here is a method to put you into a position to pack the best cards in the game, pack fodder, make SBCs cheaper, the tradable section, the jumbo premium packs, the prime electrums, the smaller packs that are tradable. You would probably think, I'm never going to get anything that's tradable in these packs. But last year, the ones that were tradable, I got Salah, I got Varane, I got so many tradable players. It's all down to luck at the end of the day, but if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the lottery, essentially. So this method here covers everything. If you need any help, just obviously, I'll be on Twitter. You can drop me a link there, and this generally should give you everything you need. All right, good luck.